Good morning and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of May 3rd to 9th. April showers bring May flowers, and here we are, and it's a beautiful start to the May. In my neck of the woods, we've got sunshine happening, and it's just fantastic. Can't wait to get out and start the day. So today is May 3rd, and it's a very special day. It is the full moon today, and this is the full flower moon, and we're in the sun sign of Taurus, and the moon is in Scorpio. So this is really kind of a water sign and an earth sign mixing together, and it kind of is like, ooh, will we create mud, or will we, create something clean? I'm sorry, there's sirens going on. We'll just let them get by. So with this month, for this full moon, and that I kept getting the phrase, get her done, get her done, get her done. And so Scorpio is a really intense energy, and it really digs deep into our subconscious, and it roots around, and it's like the spotlight that goes seeking and finds things that are in our subconscious that need to be worked on and released. So this is perfect because this is a releasing moon. And Taurus's energy is very stable, and it's very slow, and it's very tenacious, and it can be very fiery when it wants to be. And so we're going to combine the two energies, or we should combine the two energies. So with this full moon, you might have noticed some things coming up that, excuse me, that are just sort of speaking of things that you've already thought you've dealt with in that, but they're just still there niggling. And the interesting thing with this is because Scorpio is so intense, it can cause us to either get into a depression or to start manipulating things to our way of thinking. So this might be a really intense time. You might have things that are coming up that you've already dealt with or thought you have, or you're being sort of surprised because, oh my God, here it is still, and I've just been working on this so hard, and why is it sticking around? So for this full moon, and that it might actually be a little bit better to sort of wait a few days until the intensity of Scorpio passes along, because the full moon energy usually is 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon date that the energy is sort of sucking us in. And this is why I say that it might have been intense for you in the last few days. It could have been up to a week. So what is going to sort of, like, anything that comes up is something that it's time to release within your life. And it might be that you will spend the whole, up until the 18th when we come into the new moon, and that just releasing and releasing this and just sort of processing it. And I really want you to be gentle with yourselves on this, because it doesn't have to be a hard thing. And if you're feeling a little bit like, oh God, here we go again, and that just sort of take a step back and go, okay, this too shall pass, because it will. And so we might end up working our way through and just releasing and finding the aspects of us that are holding on to the issues that keep coming up for us, and just sort of releasing them gently as they come up. Just release them. Time for you to go. Ask your angels. Use the energy of Taurus, because it really is supportive for us right now. And it could be that what you're doing is you're just clearing the path in order to, on the new moon, to manifest something better in that situation within your life. So have some fun with that, and just sort of think of it as this is a time, like in my article in Nourish for the lunar cycles and that, I said, think of it as cleaning out the fridge. When we go, like sometimes we hang on to things in our fridge and they get stuffed to the back, and every now and then we have to do a really good clean out. And it's like there's no second guessing. We just know, oh, that's gone, that's past its date, it needs to leave. And so that's sort of how I want you to look at this full moon energy. So let's get on to the cards. And today I am using the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. It's one of my favorites. And so let's see what our message is. And whoa, maybe we have some ways of helping us. One moment. So the first card that comes out is the Garden and the Gate. So this is a really appropriate card, because there's this girl and she's sitting at the gate. The gate isn't locked, and she's sort of contemplating whether, you know, she should stay in the garden because it's really lovely, but oh, look at all this stuff out here to explore. There's so much more out there, and maybe the grass is greener on that side of the street. And so maybe this is, you know, about thinking about, okay, should I stay or should I go? And oh yes, there's a song coming in on that one in my head, but it's like the choice really is yours, and you are your only jailer. So if things are not going as you would like them to in your life, you have all the resources in order to shift that, because it is your life. And people sometimes forget this, and then they become the victim. And so this girl could be going, oh, I'm just locked in here, and like the whole world is waiting for me out there. So this is really your turn and your time to decide this week whether you're going to stay stuck in a situation and just bemoan the fact that nothing is shifting in that, or whether you're going to take a chance, open the gate a little bit, and step out and see if that really does feel better. And often, you know, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes, you know, people have thought that, oh, the world out there is way better than my life, and that, when in actual fact it's not. And everyone is going through something, always. It's just like if they, you know, say that no, life is perfect and fine, and that there's usually something that is niggling away at them. So don't think you're in this alone, but also make it that it's your choice to either stay where you are, make the decision whether you're going to weather it out, or whether you're going to open the gate and be open to not necessarily leaving the situation, but be open to discovering new ways and having new ways and new methods come to you of how you can deal with that. Oh, and the next one we have is the sun, which I've already said that the sun is like shining here today, and I can't wait to get out and enjoy my day. But this is the sun, and I love this card because it really tells us that everything is going to be okay. The sun is shining down on us. Everybody's spirits are a lot happier when the sun is shining down. So whatever your decision is that you need to make, and whatever you're thinking is like, okay, I'm stuck in one area and that, the sun is always going to shine on you. So whatever choice you make, it will be the right choice. Trust yourself in that. She's just sitting there enjoying. There's a fish flying through the air, which we know can happen. There's sort of a baby hanging off to the side, but everything is really good. So just keep that in mind, that this too shall pass. The sun is shining down on you. Whatever choice you make is really going to be a good one. Oh, and here's the third one, and it's patience. This is a very good card, because all too often when we are releasing and that we want things just gone, we want someone to come along, our fairy godmother, wave her magic wand and have everything just perfect. And in all likelihood, that does never happens. And that, so it's like we need to think about how we can have, you know, patience, and just sort of know that Rome wasn't built in a day. Our life is not going to shift. The choices that we're making are, there's going to be processes and steps that we have to go through, but ultimately, you know, the end prize is that things will shift. And it's interesting, because this morning the thought that came to me when I woke up was, you know, okay, I can recall 5 years back, and I think, wow, you know, how much has really changed, but not really changed within my life. And I think that that's something that a lot of us need to do every now and then, is sort of look back 3 years, look back a year. A year's not really long enough, but 3 years, 5 years, and sort of go, what is different now that back then I was working on, and oh, now it's here. So patience is the key, and time really does go quicker than we think. And whether we just think we're in the same old every day is just, you know, another repetition of the day before, it's really not. Change is happening. You have to be patient with yourself, and the life that you want will be there for you. And I'm going to pull one more card, because it just really feels like we should for this week. And it'll be this one. Fourth chakra, open up your heart, everyone. Just see everything with compassion, most of all towards yourself. Open up your heart and just go for it. So I leave you with that this week. I give every single one of you, I send out angel blessings to all of you. May you all enjoy this week to its fullest potential, and just know that whatever you are releasing is going to make life better. So namaste to all of you, and have a great day.